I've been playing like this mage deck today. I guess it's been working pretty good. And try it out more. It's basically some changes to the grinder list. I don't know. People have been asking a couple times like what I'd play. I haven't really. It's not been working out too well for like the last. I don't know. I haven't played that much for the last month, and then I tried a new style of it today, like with much smaller mana curve, one echo again, and an emperor. Loot Hoarder is like a 100% like super good card. I just think for this kind of deck you miss a lot of drops early, and Loot Hoarder helps a lot. So. And it's a pretty heavy weapon meta. I have both Ooze and Harrison Jones. Oh, I am not on Europe. The reason why there's so much card draw is because it's actually like kind of almost based on like the mana curve of something like the Malygos Dragon Warlock, for example, like something like that. And since Mage actually doesn't have life tap, the deck is pretty heavily based around Emperor and Echo as well. Yeah, since you don't have life tap, you're kind of replacing your life tap with a lot of cycle and draw to make it work, because you can't have a low mana curve and be late game. Not unless all the cards cycle, you'll just run out of cards, so. Did I get a hint? Yeah, I guess. I mean, I live with high, so of course I knew.
Put this apple on your head.
Oh, this is actually Zoo. I didn't realize it was Zoo until now. Like, it looked like it was the Dragon Malygos handlock. Because the Gang Boss and Defender all could be, yeah. All could be anything. I did make this deck. In fact, I made it 3 hours ago. I made it last night before I went to sleep, and then started playing it this morning when I woke up.
My shield for Argus.
I'm just gonna throw some minions. All my minions effectively have taunt right now because of the coming. Well, I mean, it depends what he chooses to do, but. Ooh. Yeah, but because I have like a coming flame strike, all my minions have taunt. Because if he ever just goes face, I can flame strike everything down and still have a board. I mean, he doesn't know that, and maybe he'll just go face anyways, but effectively all my minions realistically have taunt, from my perspective. In fact, unless he has another drop this turn that can affect the board more, this is going to be really awkward for him, because he's either going to have to trade his juggler into the 3/3, or leave up minions pre-flame strike. And if he trades, then I don't even need a flame strike. Like, I'll just play water elemental and stuff like that. So either way, it's good for me.
I hope you like my invention.
Not Thalnos. Luhor is much better than Thalnos. I was thinking of Thalnos or the Novice. In fact, I've never put this exact list. I played 29 cards the same. I was running double Acolyte of Pain, but I think it's better to have one Acolyte and one Novice or Blood Mage. I don't have that many spells though, now it cycles faster. I could see Blood Mage being fine as well.
Interesting.
It's an okay Flame Strike. I'd say maybe next turn, because this Void Color is pretty dangerous. If I want to go really greedy, I can ping the 1/1. That'll force... No, that's too weird because... Like I don't know why it's weird. You can buff it up with Argus. I don't have the Flame Strike. I can like ping this and Flame Strike next turn, but it's just like that's frozen. I could have gotten rid of 1 damage here on the sheep, but it's not necessarily that I 100% want to ping that 4/1 next turn. Especially if I want to ping this. I guess if I ping this, it'll be a Flame Strike, so that wouldn't matter. I'm not sure. Yeah, win condition is value, I guess, if that's the thing. This Flame Strike's not going to work out for me, because this is probably going to die to the Bimbots. I'm just going to Doc BGH this.
I've got the beast in my sight.
It's about, I think it's just, I just want to play something really. I don't really care if Novice contests the board. It's just like, I've noticed that for Mage, I just hate Hero Powering Face on turn 2. I don't really even care if it really contests anything. You can just get the cycle through. I have too many 5-drops. I have a lot of 2-drops, so I feel like it's easier to play small minions that cycle late game than Azure Drake still. And it's like a part of Echo too, how Echo is working for me. It's not that much power, it's just I get Develop Duplicate still. If I double heal, I heal for 18. If I play Senjin,
No time for games.
I don't like playing Senjin because I kind of want to save Senjin with Duplicate. And it's hard to use my mana then. Like, I'd rather duplicate Senjin here than Antique Healbot, I believe, because with, like, you know, having 4 Healbots here, this is still a board control matchup. I already have plenty of healing to go back to 30. If I lose, it's going to be to, like, tempo and board control, and it's just a weak body compared to Senjin still, so...
That was a mistake.
Nice.
That was a mistake.
This will be big if it survives and kills Sylvanas. Void Terror. Wait, what? I mean, you could have just left at 5-2. I guess it makes sense. It's better. It's not like it's a negative move, right? Because if you didn't do it, I would just trade for Sylvanas. This way, I don't have anything to trade for Sylvanas. It's an extra 3-1. So it's basically power overwhelming to get himself a 3-1. But I'm a mage, so that's probably not even that good. It's definitely not a negative move, though. It's net positive gain. Power overwhelming still. It's just if you value a 3-1 over power overwhelming in your hand. Can I deal with this? I already used my... I guess I can deal with it because of the minion here.
That belongs in a museum.
It worked out for him, actually, because if I had extra ping, I would have pinged an Imp, and that Imp was effectively a 3-3 if he's playing Mal'Ganis, and he got to cash in the Imp before Mal'Ganis died, so his power rolling actually worked out a lot there, kind of. Oh, nice. He lost a lot of threats now. His last cards shouldn't be very good anymore. What would they be? He lost his second Doom Guard and Void Terror, so he has no more Doom Guards. I just need to find like a good minion soon, because should have a lot of good minions. Oh, there we go. Perfect. That's a duplicate target. I should just work on his face. He has so little life. Even just pings pressures him a lot, because like when he taps it goes to 8 and things like that.
Get in there and fight, maggot. That was a mistake.
I guess their main cards should just be small minions, like one drops basically, 1 to 3 drops or something. I can see it being okay, like that for Hearthstone, for example.
Get in there and fight, maggot.
He might be out of things to activate the egg, kind of, too. I wouldn't be surprised, since he's used double abusives. At least some power rollings, too. Oh, no.
Minions, servants, soldiers of the cold dark. Obey the call of kill. Your soul shall suffer.
Job done.
Well played. I'm out of cards.
I still actually have Blizzard, but
From the void I come.
don't really need it at this point.
You win this time.
Almost at rank 5 for the last final legend grind. What day is it? It's the 3rd. Wow, that'd be really quick. I guess it'll probably take me around 10 more days to hit legend. Maybe 7. I almost never hit this early, and the last grind from 5 to 0 is very, very slow. Let's try to get Mad Scientist, it's just so good. I can play duplicates later. I'm gonna keep an Ooze and a Frostbolt. Hopefully I get another 2-drop. That way I can coin out Ooze. Really good against Mad Scientists. Otherwise, if I don't get another 2-drop, I'm gonna just save my coin for my Water Elemental.
Death does not scare me.
Death Lord. That's a problem. I could actually kill it. I think maybe wait a turn to kill it. Double Frostbolt plus trade of 3/2 doesn't sound that appealing. I just need to think about Velen's Chosen. What would that do? It would be a 4/12? That is pretty scary. Let's kill it. Oh, pretty good one to get. It's better. It's pretty good. I mean, yeah, it's almost the best possible thing I could have gotten. The only bigger things I have is Emperor and Kel'Thuzad. Although that's not really that's like a 4-drop, not really a 5-drop against Priest. Like Belcher is probably stronger, but like Kel'Thuzad would die death anyways. Better have Kel'Thuzad for later. Created by Thoughtsteel. I like how they changed that to actually say created by Thoughtsteel now. It used to not say that. I do want to attack Loot Hoarder here because of Shadow Madness. If you can attack this into a 3/3, then Shadow Madness, he can get the slime. It's much easier for him. Brr. Baseville, thanks for resubbing. Welcome to the Strife Crew. Crowfist.
I hope you like my invention.
I feel like I'm in trouble just because against Priest, since I'm a really minion-based deck, Priest has a lot of ways to interact with minions. I don't know. It's just like, it's his Priest specialty, kind of, to interact with minions. Seems like he's more of a proactive Priest, so maybe doesn't have as many, like, Shadow Madness type effects or Cabal effects. I just killed the piloted shredder. He can have a slightly better trade if I don't kill it this turn, but then I have to deal with 2 minions instead of 1, so that's like the downside. In this kind of situation against Priest, like the Blood Mage would have been way worse because he can Cabal the Blood Mage and get the Death Rattle, whereas the Novice, he can't stop the draw for me. Okay, so I'm getting actually some nice trades here. Didn't expect that to go so well. Kind of worried about this guy. I guess I have to give it to him. If I can like ping it myself to trade. I mean, against Cabal, but I feel like the new priests that are using Cabal, like they have like shrinks and stuff too, shrink meisters. So if you just like do stuff like that, they'll still Cabal an even stronger minion, probably, with like Shrinkmeister.
Is someone injured?
Wow, that's all. What does that mean? That is all. So his hand is situational, meaning it's things like Light Bomb, Shadow or Death, Shadow Madness maybe, Shrinkmeister, Holy Nova. Okay, so my decision is whether I want to cash in this Loot Hoarder now or just keep it on the field. I think I'm going to keep it on the field because I'm not like doing something this turn with the Zombie Chow that'll change it that much, whatever he's holding in his hand. And this is like greedier where I can, not get the poor trade in. I'm not even sure if there's any one card I draw that's that good for me even. At some point I'm mostly gunning for like a big Echo, which I need more minions anyways. Acolyte should be my best roll. I got the second Shadow Madness. She did stop my draw. That was pretty hurtful. But like, Shadow Madness had more targets too. Like the Belchers and the Senjin was a target. I mean, I think the Lure is better for sure though.
Let us see if this works. Let me change your mind.
Got $10 donation from Laziness. Hey, you rock the end. Thanks for the donation, Laziness.
Engaging TC-130 into dislocator.
Blizzard actually makes a lot of sense here because of the freeze. Since I have a board right now, if I leave his minions up, he can take all the advantageous trades, especially as a priest with hero power, where he could like trade in hero power. It's mostly about
Is someone injured?
duplicate, I think at this point, like duplicating a minion.
Who are you?
I have like a small chance in fatigue, but alright, there should be a way to do this the best, right? It's definitely pinging this. Because if he trades here, it dies. If he heals first then trades, then he's a 2-1, and then I can ping the 2-1. Whereas if I leave up a 2-3, he can heal it back up to a 2-3 after the trade. I mean, this deck does have draw. Against other decks, it's more smooth. The problem is a lot of draw in this deck is countered by the priest, because they can steal your cycle effects. I usually have more cards. Also, I haven't drawn any duplicates yet, so I ran out of cards really early. Not that that would have really mattered, but... I think I'm attacking Mad Scientist there, mostly just to thin out my deck. So I don't want to draw a secret. I think I'm mostly looking for Flame Strike. Nice.
Well played.
I don't think I want to duplicate that. I mean, the problem is any one minion I play with duplicate gets countered by mind control. I don't think there's a way I'm going to be able to deal with that, though. I'm going to echo for sure here. That way, even if this gets mind control, I can try to duplicate another Belcher. This is not a game where I'm gonna get a high value echo anyways.
Change your mind.
I have this one Belcher, right? So I'd rather play two here and then play the last one with duplicate or something instead of trying to duplicate one here. Got 2 Ordination from Nerit. You don't think that this deck has too many 1-ofs? I mean, it's a nice cone pet. I can just see this deck getting in too much trouble because of draws. Now you're pro, and I'm not just wondering. Let's see, what 1-ofs does it have? I mean, in a control deck, it's more likely that it makes sense to have 1-ofs a lot because Now, one of us make more sense because, like, in a control deck, you just want to have the answer sometime. It's like, I guess the reason is mostly,
Well played.
like, if you want consistency, if you like have to have some certain amount of consistency, you don't really use one ofs, right? It's more, the reasoning is, why would you use one of something when you can use, like, if a card is better than another card, why would you use one of a card and one of another card, right? So like if Mad Scientist is better than Leper Gnome, or let's say another 2-drop like a Mana Berserker, why use one Mana Berserker and one Mad Scientist instead of two Mad Scientists? So sometimes you're forced to use one of those because, I don't know, say you want a third 2-drop, right? And then you use one Mana Berserker. But in this situation, it's like these cards are mostly just fill gaps in your deck. Like a lot of the core cards you have two of, like Mad Scientist for example, Duplicate. A lot of the cards are legendaries as well. Actually, a lot of the one-ofs are really good to only have one. Like something like Echo, you don't really want a lot of Echoes.